Start recording.
Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Crinum is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival.
Alright. We are considering plans, apparently. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, here we go. Have I sent my tweet out? Nope. Because I'm a daft. There we go. And I forgot to tag like DLive and everyone else in it. Well, I'm just not having. Sod it. We'll leave it at that. Alright, here we are.
You are cleared for docking.
That's a lot of ships. Captain Kagran has sent his aide, Lieutenant Tulloch, to give you a brief tour of the Krenim Research City. So far, the Alliance's venture with the Krenim has been very productive. Together, our teams are making progress towards completing Anorak's designs for a ship capable of temporal incursions. The Lieutenant is waiting to greet you, sir. Oh, I be you.
Greetings.
Hi.
On behalf of Captain Cogran and Alliance Command, I am pleased to welcome you to our research station. The Captain is completing his preparations. In the meantime, I will give you a tour of the facility where we are building a weapon.
Weapon!
To end the Iconian threat once and for all.
Fair play, they do like their
Follow
weapons.
me. Our researchers can explain how the weapon works and answer any questions you may have.
Ta. Lead the way, Lieutenant. Do. Oh, 7 and 9.
And here, we have the development area.
7!
How much do you know about the Krenim? 7 of 9.
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They were a species of great interest to the collective.
Excellent.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology.
Oops.
They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine, but what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
Yay! Yes.
Welcome to our facility. I'm working with one of the teams here to develop the time ship and choose a target. What we do is different from time travel. Anorak's designs are actually for a weapon that can remove elements from the time stream completely, and then time reshapes itself to account for that absence.
Time reshapes itself. Does that mean reality itself will change?
In some ways, yes. Once the weapon is fired, it can create an entirely new reality. And anyone or anything that isn't temporally shielded will be a part of that reality. That's why we have to proceed slowly. If we're not careful, we could change everything we know and not even know what's happened.
That could be as dangerous to us as it is to the Iconians.
But think of the possibilities. We could reverse the effects of wars, stop threats like the Iconians, even turn back time and eliminate the Borg. This is a weapon, but it's one that can make a better galaxy.
Perhaps, but many terrible things have come about from the best of intentions.
Captain Cogran's briefing is about to begin. Follow me to the conference room.
Lead the way, Lieutenant. Hey, where are you? Captain Nog! Aha! Hello, Captain Cagrin.
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a warrior like yourself. We are almost ready to begin. First, however, Agent Cray would like a word.
Aye, sir. Hey!
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. I'm the liaison from Temporal Investigations for this project.
Pleased to meet you. Why does this project need a liaison?
The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the Temporal Prime Directive. Normally, Starfleet personnel are strictly prohibited from directly interfering with historical events and should make every effort to maintain the timeline.
And yet, this weapon has been created for exactly that purpose.
Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war has become. If the Iconians win, there probably won't be anyone left to preserve the timeline. In this instance, my role is to ensure that we succeed in our task with the minimal possible disruption to the timeline, as well as to address any repercussions of those disruptions.
So the directive is only a directive when it is convenient.
I don't disagree. As a Starfleet officer, I am sworn to uphold the Temporal Prime Directive. Not only that, but I have seen firsthand the dangers that come from ignoring it. But as the Vulcans say, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The Iconians cannot use time travel, and that makes it a weapon we can use against them. We must consider carefully whether it is too dangerous of a weapon to use at all.
I still have my objections, and I'll be bringing them up with command. Damn right!
The war is not going as well as we might wish. Our fleets are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act. This facility is building a device to turn the tide in our favor. Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
We've had some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We're still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day. We are losing this war. We need to strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians.
Wow.
Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible.
Oh my word.
There will be more warriors in Stovokor tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
He's a... yeah. Yeah, that is a direct approach. Absolutely. Not sure I completely agree, but hey ho, you know, I'm not a military man. Though I think more of a... I thought more of a guerrilla warfare would work, but I don't really know how you do that. Just sounds like a good word though. Lovely. Orders coming in from Captain Carrigan now, sir. The battle has commenced and Captain Paris is preparing to engage the enemy. The Brisk is to rendezvous with a task force waiting in the Kiana system and then report with them to the Herald Sphere to reinforce the ships already there. Acknowledged.
You are the last ship to arrive. We are ready to set course for the Sphere.
We'll always last. Let's go.
Alpha Wing, you are cleared for departure.
Sir, the fleet is in complete disarray. We're picking up multiple distress calls as well as an incoming transmission from Captain Paris. Do you want me to put him on the main view screen? On screen.
Am I glad to see you? It's just not working. The Iconians are gating in their ships, and they have far more reserves than we anticipated. I've called for a hold on the flagship assault until we regroup. There's no point in a suicide run. First, we need to help our ships in trouble. Can I count on you to help?
We'll do all we can for those ships, Captain. Hey!
Require immediate assistance.
Come on, fire! Everything is firing! Yeah, stick on a battleship, why not? Come on. I'm just picking up all sorts of wonderful stuff. Oh, lots more. You cannot hurt me! Oh, get wrecked! Everything's firing at it! Oh, talk about getting wrecked with your shields. Come on, come on. USS Montgomery Stuart. Ho!
We're falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
That's one way to do it.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
Where are we heading? I guess we're heading in there.
We'll take care of the reinforcements. Follow that dreadnought.
We are clear to enter the gateway.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Ah, we're in. Traveled inside the sphere. From what we know, the Herald's used sphere to control and protect Iconian Gateway Network. We've had strike forces assaulting spheres like this one since the beginning of the war, but we've never managed to do more than knock the gateways offline temporarily. First priority is finding our strike teams. Enemy flagship is straight ahead. Priority hail coming in from Captain Paris. Put it on screen.
The flagship's shields are down, and it's losing power. Looks like they're trying to interface with the sphere to give themselves a boost. This might be our one chance to board it and take control. I have 3 troop transports standing by.
Understood. We'll clear the path. Activate everything! He's next. Oh, get wrecked.
Signaling the carriers to move into position now. Herald reinforcements inbound. We need to deal with them.
We'll deal with them. Ooh, shiny thing. Oh! Get wrecked! Boarding parties! We look for boarding party. That worked. Alright. Half the strike team's on board. Sweet. Oh, I'm getting battered. Oh, I'm going to crash into that thing. That's fine. Oh, find your target. Oh, God blimey. Go away, solar flare, please. Thank you. Seconds. Oh! Alright, 3 more. Come on. Come on, teams. We got this. We got this. Two more. Done it.
Parties are on the flagship and reporting heavy resistance. I'll stay here and keep any reinforcements off your back. You need to transport to the flagship and help our teams there.
We're on our way. I'm just going to bring the entire family with me. Why not? That'll work. Sir, Interface Sphere's local blocking some comm signals. Attempting to compensate now. Do what you can.
Great. We got through. What's your status? We can't reach any of the other away teams.
We are safely aboard. Away teams are engaging heralds.
Acknowledged. Sensors are picking up power fluctuations near your coordinates. The impact with the Quartar must have disrupted their systems. Start disabling anything you can reach. If we do enough damage, maybe that will help us take their ship.
That sounds like an old-fashioned pirate raid, Captain. Bye-bye, Gateway. Hey, Lieutenant.
Away teams are attacking power junctions, but they are encountering heavy resistance. It would be an honor to join your team, sir.
Follow me. Wrong one.
Away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties.
Well, that's great. Oh, there they are.
Detecting life signs and weapon discharge. Dead ahead.
What's we got here? Oh, weaponized dark matter. How about an agony field? The stasis drum.
Federation and Herald weapons fire beyond this door. There is also a power junction.
Gotcha. Boxy box. Wrong one. Pressed it too hard. Uh-oh. Well, that ain't good. What did we do? This is working rather well.
Matara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Well, let's...
Whoa, what are you doing over there? The fluctuations are increasing exponentially.
We disabled some power junctions, but Matara escaped using the gateway. Must be doing some damage to get her attention.
Interesting, but it makes sense. The Iconians are energy beings. If Matara can't use the ship's systems, she'll use herself as a battery for the gateways. But that's probably dangerous for her. She's bleeding herself dry with every gateway. Keep at it. If you can drain enough of her energy, she might make herself vulnerable.
Alright.
Herald, reinforcements!
Whoa, that was close. Yeah, can we get everyone up? You go get everyone up. I'm gonna disable this thing.
There is another power junction ahead.
Sweet, we'll just leave everyone unconscious, that's fine. Up! Don't know why I did that. Oh, damn it. I would go the wrong way, wouldn't I? Ah, good chance to go and get everybody. I might as well pick everybody up while we're here, since we've got to go around the long way. Woo! Alright, let's go. Well, I would have gone the wrong way, wouldn't I? Combat supply crate. Okay. Never seen that before. Oh, hey, at least we can go through this one. Going in. Ooh, pretty things. Oh, this looks important. You reckon? I'm not so sure about that. Hey, where are you? Oh, there you are.
The demon is weakening. Keep disabling the power junction.
It's working. She's using her own energy to power the gateways.
Oh, what's going on there? Oh my word! Hello!
More reinforcements, sir.
Ow! That.
The area is secure, and the other interface is just over there.
Ah, excellent. Let's go find out. Oh, hey, there it is. Hey, Frozen! How's it going, my friend?
I am detecting a third junction ahead.
Yeah, that would be a third one, wouldn't there? Who are we shooting at now? Oh, hey, this thing. You okay there? Up, yeah, you're fine, I'll leave it. Right, this way. Oop, there we go. You're Klingon Rocket Blood.
Another
Pie.
junction just ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
If we
having
can
a
keep
very
forcing the
up and
creature to
down
use her own
time at the
power,
moment
we
with
can weaken her enough to defeat her.
various things. Streaming being one, just general mental health being the other, but you know, still plodding
I
along.
am detecting strong energy signatures ahead. I believe it to be some kind of command center.
How's things for yourself? Okay. That sounds good. Let's do that.
Scans confirm her energy readings are decreasing. This could work.
Okay, no worries, mate. Otherwise, just see what I can do there. Oh, hello. That's a big boss. Okay, let's go. Okay. How is your new job gone?
A harbinger. Prepare yourself.
Oh, hey, let's go. Good, that's the main thing. Ow. This ain't good. There we go. Oh, stuck. Oh, I'm alive again. Oh, dead. Run away! Lieutenant? Do you wanna, like, get up? Cheers. Oh, everyone's unconscious again. Wow. This is, Oh, Lieutenant's on the floor again. You know what? Get yourself in a stasis bubble, and then I can throw that at you. Oh, I think I just shot my teammate.
Must disable the other interface before we continue.
I'm on the floor! Dang. It's all good. This way? Yep.
The area ahead contains 4 interface junctions.
That would do, wouldn't it? Why not 3? You know what? I'm quite disappointed in the game. Should always be 3. Not 2, not 4, not 5. 3. That's kind of the plan. Good. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Get yourself in a stasis bubble. Get wrecked! There you go, have a grenade. About, oh my word, hello. Oh!
Reinforcements on their way.
Yeah, noticed. That's a good job this thing's got infinite respawn. Dude, you don't look exactly much helping there. You're just like kneeling. Okay, who do we tackle first? Oh, look at that. Oh my word. Wow. Ah, shields. Perfect. Ah. Look on. Actually, I don't think we are. Given the amount of success that we are having. Oh, our shields are getting wrecked! My character's around here somewhere. Oh, I've gone first person for a minute. Oh, there he is.
More reinforcements. Watch your back.
I'm watching. I'm watching it now because I can see it now that the character has spawned. Agony field. That's always a good thing to have. Oh, look at that get wrecked. Ooh. Flaked blood fleas. Yeah, sounds like a Klingon would eat. Oh, this could hurt. That's it. Wreck him. Oh, I'm firing at my own teammate again. Oh, he just disappeared. Oh, what? Why am I firing that way? Woo! But you said we hadn't found your weakness. Clearly we have. Oh, weaponized Dark Matter wrecking her shields! Oh no, got stuck. Who the hell was in? Whoops. Losing power. I think I've lost power. I don't know. Tell him, what are you doing? Oh my word, there's loads of them. Anyone want to be in an agony field? Ow. Oh, that should work. Oh, door closed. Door, please. Oh, that was probably a huge mistake. Ah, this is gonna hurt. Oh, I'm alive! I'm still alive! You, however, are not. Woo! Oh, dude, we got some cool things going on now. Ruh-roh. It's either tough or it's tough for me because I'm bad at it. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. We may have,
I see clearly now, Ticket. I will stand with you and these creatures
Ruh-roh.
pay for what they've done. Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
I don't know. I mean, it's not as if a man probably designed them, maybe.
You made it back. Count yourself among the fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship?
Matara is dead.
I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back. While there's still a chance, the Heralds will be coming back in force.
Acknowledged. Well, so many ships.
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Gateway to engage the system. Alliance commanders ordering all available ships to fall back and not engage Herald ships. It's time to go. Agreed. Laying a course out of the system. Escape pods. There's the Star Dancer. I had a friend on that ship. We lost so many ships, what could be worth this price? We've covered all we can, sir, but there are few survivors. All of these ships, all of these people. Steady. This is not the time to mourn. Of course, even with the Kiana system, we can pardon your order. Let's get out of here. We got smashed. I said a full-on assault was not the best plan. We are getting destroyed. Isn't good. Let's see if this captain has learnt his lesson. We have returned to the Kiana system, sir. Several of the senior officers are waiting for you in the conference room. Acknowledged. Can we even call it a win? It's an excellent question.
I don't think we have a choice now. We have to complete the Krenim device. Captain Cogran wants it online immediately, but this isn't something we can rush. Cutting corners with temporal mechanics? That's how you end up with unsolvable time paradoxes. Look, I'll do whatever I can.
We don't want one of those.
But I'm scared of this technology. Building it will be the greatest challenge of my career. But actually altering time? I'm not sure anyone should have that much power.
I understand your concern, but it's our best option. In all honesty, it may now be our only option. Tom?
I want to personally commend you. Whatever success we had in this mission was thanks to you. The Iconians have lost their leader. Their unity is broken. That might give us an opening to end this war. The cost, though, all those people, I can't help but feel that I failed them.
You can't blame yourself, Captain. They knew the risks and they were willing to take them. You, however, I might have to slap you.
Despite the extraordinary efforts of you and many others, our operation was a failure. We're still totaling up the casualties, but the cost was too great. The Heralds still stand. They have lost one Iconian, but if anything, that will only prolong the conflict. Defeating Matara was a combination of the sacrifice of Guroth and many others, your quick thinking and martial prowess, and the Iconians' arrogance. Matara did not believe an Iconian could die. The others will not make the same mistake.
We had to take the risk, Captain. We couldn't wait for the Krenim weapon.
Indeed, but that is a small comfort to the warriors who have entered Stovercore this day. Those of us who remain will mourn, and then we survive another day.
And we will defeat the Iconians. Yeah, I'm ready to return. Ouch. That was a heavy loss.
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy. I am a warrior. I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics, and looking my enemy in the eye. Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog and his team will continue their work on the weapon. It may be our only option.
Ooh. Ooh. I like the look of that. That looks pretty sweet. But I also like the look of that. And you know what? So I'm going with that. Alright. Let's get building up my captain. They're worth the same. You know what? I could give it to someone else. There we go. You should probably have a better shield. Alright, what else did we manage to pick up? Might be of use. Ooh. Emit unstable warp bubble. I have no idea what that does, but it sounds cool. Ah! That sounds pretty sweet. Viral Matrix 3. Haha, yeah, baby. Liking the sound of all this. But you know what? Alright, let's keep those. Alright, can't use those, I haven't got any keys. Oh! Loads of credits. I don't think I've got any keys, have I? No, and I don't think I've got enough to purchase any either. I don't have one engineer, so I'll get rid of that. Ooh. I don't think you are more powerful than anything I've got here. No. No, you are not. So let's sell you. Discard you, discard you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Alright, good to go. A few of those left. Let's find some more dilithium. Alright, let's... More credits. One. Let's see if we can do research development. Yep. Think. Nope. Darn it. Alright, hopefully that'll do. Alright, let's see if we've got any of these. Oh, that failed. Had another one. Oh wow, these both failed? That's annoying. Oh yeah, we've got 2 pass tokens though, so we've got that. I don't think I can do anything. Ooh. Yeah, I do. might just be enough. Yeah, baby. Perfect. Pass on that one because I know don't have many of the science. Pass on that one and that one. Alright, there we are. I think we're looking good so far. I think we're good. Butterfly. I haven't earned fleet credits yet at all. Looking good. Alright, let's kick off a mission.
The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance. They have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project and its feasibility. You will participate in a focus test of the most promising options. A blade cuts both ways. We must be sure that what this weapon can do to the Iconians does not cause greater harm to us.
Indeed. Let's go run some simulations. Make sure that we're not going to kill ourselves with a temporal weapon, because that would just be embarrassing. Getting killed by your own weapon. I have Halo theme tunes in my head. Alright. Oh, there's my ship. Oh, there's Anorex's ship. And...
Welcome! Oh. We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anorax in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
How can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
It's good to see you again, Adriana. How have you been?
It's good to see you too. For a few weeks, I was helping the Alliance research new ways to deactivate Iconian gateways. We were making progress, but it wasn't fast enough to stop the advance of the Heralds. After Captain Nog made contact with the Krenim, I asked to transfer here. Now I'm working with interdimensional resonance harmonics to help recreate Anorax's work.
Having better sleep?
Yes, I have. I guess the Solanae aren't visiting me at night anymore. Or maybe it's the 14-hour days trying to wrap my brain around complex temporal equations that are wearing me out. Either way, my sleep is greatly improved. Thank you for asking.
I just hope this isn't a bigger mistake than opening the gateway on New Romulus.
Welcome. With Captain Nog...
Lead the way. Where is the captain? Oh, I'll follow you. Wow, you turn the corners fast. Captain!
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anorax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
Protect what we know?
Once we make an incursion, anything not protected by a temporal shield will conform to the new timeline. That includes all of us once this mission is over. We won't remember the Iconians, the war, or anything that changes in the new timeline. Clouda has been leading the work to create a shielded computer core to hold all the data we currently have. A time capsule, I guess you'd call it.
The core need to be shielded forever?
Correct. This isn't the sort of sacrifice we'd expect any personnel involved in the incursion to make. So we've built a computer to retain the information for us. We'll know what happened before, even though it essentially will have happened to someone else.
Understood.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. That was the first simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic.
Catastrophic?
Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed by about 50,000 years. Removing the Iconians would change everything we know.
We would eventually develop warp travel, right? It seems inevitable.
Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
I can see how this would be a problem.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion.
I get it. Removing the Iconians directly.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed, when we talk about time alteration, we're specifically referring to the Krenim weapon's ability to remove something from time. Anything, from a single molecule to an entire civilization. It's as if the target of the weapon never existed at all.
So it doesn't just move something, it deletes it.
Correct. The changes ripple out from the incursion point and result in a new reality where the target no longer exists. This does mean that the ship must be able to fire on a target. The details are a bit more complex, of course, but that's the main difference from conventional time travel.
And no one has a problem with this.
Temporal agents from all three factions are watching everything we do carefully. That's one of the reasons we're running holodeck simulations first. Between you and me, I'm glad they're here. The Krenim are a little too eager to use the weapon. Time manipulation is a very delicate operation under the best of circumstances. We can't just start shooting things out of existence and hoping it all works out for the best.
I agree, Captain.
I wish I was... We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival.
But that's just delaying the inevitable for a few years.
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century.
So we'd be on more equal footing.
Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into their current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now.
So what are your best scenarios?
The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm.
Okay.
Our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
I'm not sure about changing time, but simulations can't hurt. Alright, let's go speak to... Oh, hey, let's speak to you.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here.
Got it.
We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war.
And you think this is better than a war?
Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
I don't know if I like the idea of removing entire stars.
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, So we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
You're giving a lot of weight to the holodeck.
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel.
Very well. What do you need me to do?
Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
Understood. I'll run the program. Alright, who's taking bets on what is going to go wrong? Ooh, this is a very fancy looking holodeck. Row. Crewman!
Captain, you're alive! We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured.
What's the situation?
Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and...
I'll help the wounded, but you need to help me. What happened?
The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
We'll stabilize the crew and fight back. This isn't over. Stabilize, crewman.
Sir, I tried to fight them off. Boarding parties. The Jem'Hadar. We have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Don't worry. We'll stop them. Who else is on the floor? Oh, hey, you're on the floor. Time for you to get up.
I never expected they would get so far into our defenses. I'm sorry, Captain. I just need a moment. Then I'll be ready to fight.
Whenever you're ready.
We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart. I'll be fine, Captain. Just run.
Go to sickbay if you need to.
Incoming hail!
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
We will never surrender. Taken, Teleprime, taken, Vulcan, uninhabitable. Get this personal log. We haven't seen the Vulcan in the fleet in 3 days, but their scouts continue to harass us. Vulcan is lost, Dandoria is in flames, Romulus, Teleprime, Beta Z, Trill, ashes. If the Romulans had joined us, maybe this would have been different. The Klingons barely had enough ships left to patrol their home system. They weren't a threat anymore. We were offering friendship, but the Romulans refused us. Then the Dominion came and took everything. Long range sensors offline, there's no connectivity in the immediate area. That could have gone better. Talk to you.
Hello.
Goodbye. Yeah, that was just bad.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room, and that could have gone better. Even with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those.
What did you find?
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the great houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers.
Yeah, that's not our solution.
Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Perhaps we can weaken their power base. Beta team leader, Noi.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
I don't know what you mean by Voyager. I never served on that ship.
No, but you're all the same. You come to our quadrant, meddle in affairs that don't concern you and that you don't understand, and leave chaos in your wake. Now you want us to help you alter time. Tell me, does that sound like something someone like you should be doing?
I'm not sure that power should be in your hands either.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into underspace. If it safely passes without entering underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely.
I suppose that might work.
The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first place. Our projections show that even if the Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
I run the program. This guy, I get the feeling, doesn't like me. Or doesn't like anybody. Speak with researcher Claudia. Okay. Why do I need to speak to her? Or him, her, them. Oh, hey! Hello.
Don't mind Noi. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennin's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vaadwaur, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noi funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
I'm sure we can find common ground.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
What do you do here?
I was on Kiana Prime with Noi when we received word of the Vaadwaur attacks. We had only hours to get the temporal equipment running and remove the population from the time stream. Since then, the focus of my work has been developing more stable data storage. We can see into other timelines, but we need a way to secure the data through temporal shifts, so we can preserve information about incursions and their effects. In the case of a catastrophic shift, that data could be used as a map to restore the timeline.
Interesting.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Excuse me, I'm not sure I've met anyone from your species before.
My name is Claudia, and I am a Tutarian. We're from a region of the Delta Quadrant Voyager never visited, so we haven't had much contact with species from the Alpha and Beta quadrants until now. However, my world has had close ties with the Krenim for several years. Now that they are actively pursuing temporal technology, I chose to join them and lend whatever assistance I can. I miss my home, but I've made a new one here.
Made a new home?
Meeting Noi has opened me up to a world beyond my own.
I see.
It is a pleasure to
Goodbye.
meet you.
Alright, let's go and find out what happens when Voyager doesn't release the Vardoir.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here. But now, I think he was right.
Alliance making isn't a quick process.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle.
Do you think you can bring them together?
Eventually. Between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
Good luck, Ambassador.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
The Malon aren't the biggest danger to your people.
The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard, and see how you like it.
Keep talking to the Malon. Perhaps you can find a compromise.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too? You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns.
Talaxians are concerned about waste on their borders.
How dare you dictate how we should behave? The disposal of hazardous waste is a noble sacrifice my people make on behalf of their families. Who are you to cheapen their sacrifice? What we do is none of your business.
There are other solutions, but I see you're not
Are you
interested.
here to preach about
Maybe there was
responsible
somewhere else,
waste
someplace
management?
else.
We don't need outsiders telling us what to do. If the Talaxians want to talk, they can come to us directly.
Let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining this conversation.
The Malon have resisted attempts to accept less hazardous waste management practices and continue dumping waste throughout the quadrant. The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The Malon have moved into Talaxian space to avoid hierarchy attacks. Diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating. The Malon have accused the Talaxians of working with the hierarchy, a charge the Talaxians strenuously deny.
Analysis?
The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Alright. Hey, hello, Bentham.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
What do you think of the hierarchy's current actions?
The hierarchy's surveillance measures are the best in the quadrant, and that's left us more exposed than I would like. We're losing ships. Once or twice we found debris with hierarchy weapon signatures, but they're cautious. It's like they can smell traps.
Thank you.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather
The
busy.
Benthans willing to assist the
Hazari
Talaxians
are
in their
stepping up their...
negotiations.
We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy is harassing our supply lines, and I'm convinced they're behind the losses we've taken over the past 3 months. We're having to double up patrols, which means we're leaving holes the Hazari can slip through. The Malon are a headache we don't need.
I found that working with allies usually brings about positive results.
Yes,
Sorry
what
to
is your
trouble you.
question? Good luck with that. The Hazari aren't interested in anything but making deals. This whole meeting is just a waste of time. Unity might work where you come from, but I don't have any reason to cooperate with criminals like the Hazari or thugs like the hierarchy.
Maybe I can convince them differently. Hey, Hazari.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it, but we know. Now we look out for ourselves.
What do you think of the hierarchy?
Troublemakers. They make our jobs harder and easier. They watch everyone. We used to trade for information from them, but now they won't sell. If we can capture one of their ships, it's like a treasure hoard of information. Makes hunting bounties real easy. But it's harder to take out their ships. I hear they're getting upgrades. And it's not just their ships. Stories going around about one captain whose arm was ripped off by a hierarchy commander. Used to be they'd run from fights. Now they start them.
That doesn't sound like the hierarchy I know.
What do you want? Did the Benthans
Would you be willing to
make
pull out
one
a
of
Bentham
their-
space?
No. We need to make a living same as the rest of you. If the Benthans would take out the hierarchy on our borders, we wouldn't be forced to move into Benthan space. But no, they won't do that. They don't think mercenaries rate protection.
Sounds like you should be working with the Benthans, not against them.
What do you want? Fine. Run back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Sorry, but I'm running the market for mercenaries. Who am I talking to now? Return to Ambassador.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
You're the right man for this job, Ambassador. Yep, everyone's gone. Quadrant threat report.
The number of planets the hierarchy have taken outright has increased 20% over the past 6 months. A push for higher profits has prompted steady growth of hierarchy territory. Reports of abductions in areas near hierarchy space have increased by 77.2%. However, this data has not been confirmed by outside sources because few Delta Quadrant species are willing to share information with the Federation. Further investigation is needed.
Ship's log.
Ambassador's log, stardate 87234.5. Our allies in the Kiana system have been invaded by hierarchy forces. The Kiana colony is a small farming community with no strategic value, so the attack simply doesn't make sense. According to one survivor we managed to find, the hierarchy were working with the Ilachi. The Ilachi took captives to an unknown location.
Scan for Iconian activity. Long missions detecting both Herald and Iconian readings. While they do not appear to be in active conflict with Alliance forces, you're seeing more ships than normal. There are both Herald and Iconian signals in hierarchy space. It appears the Heralds may be using that area as a staging ground for a coordinated attack with the hierarchy on high-value targets throughout the Delta Quadrant. Cross-checking with Voyager's log shows similar situation in the Alpha and Beta Quadrants. Well, that one's not gone according to exactly how we wanted it either. Alright, you grumpy old gip. Got some news for you.
Damn, that was useless. The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy. Then at least we would have had a chance.
And maybe we wouldn't.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to try something else.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
Thank you, Claudia.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Thank you. I'll speak to Gamma Team. Gamma team! Oh, hey, hello.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered? In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations.
That was an episode of Star Trek
Iconia
Next Generation.
will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
But that's just a delay. Another gateway was found a few years later.
True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly. Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off.
I see why you're trying this on a holodeck first.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan Star Empire should once again be a major power in the quadrant. Your role will be as an officer on a Romulan warbird.
Restore the Romulan Star Empire.
Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is already a team here working on the possible restoration of Romulus, and Commander Jirak has been authorized to speak for the Republic if needed. The fact that our data shows delaying the Iconian arrival will also save Romulus is an interesting coincidence, but it does not mean we will accept the solution without looking at other options.
I see.
The program is set for Romulus.
Understood. Let's go run the program. Commander Tamur's waiting for you. Sweet. And who exactly is that? I'm guessing this way? Aha!
Ah, Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes, if you would be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain, equipment. We need to talk.
Understood, Commander. Disable Tal Shiar listening devices.
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
The only thing I know about the Separatists is what I've heard through official channels. What do you know?
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tau Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
So what does that mean for us?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. If I was, I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Silan in the brig and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me?
If we do this, we will be traitors to the Empire.
I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Datan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Datan, and we will finally be free.
We have to do what is best for our people. Lieutenant Salon. Lieutenant Gaius Salon.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers. Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star Empire have no need for locked doors.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany the security team to the brig.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists. If you join them, you will share their fate.
You're under arrest. Please comply and you will not be harmed.
My friends, it is time we forge our own destiny.
A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar.
If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us. I know this is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together.
Well, I'm saying it twice.
Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
Yay! Woohoo!
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Datan. I'll be proud to join them.
So the calls for the DLive system. Quantum status report. Notice Starfleet's vessels have been assisting new Romulans in areas of the neutral zone. Imperial ships have been supposed to show force. Any ships harboring or assisting separatists are to be fired upon. There are no exceptions. Ships in Group Gamma are being assigned to patrols in this area targeted by the Borg. Contacts regular, but vigilance is needed to eradicate the threat and protect our colony. Minus personal logship and encryption codes. Protocol Data 6. Guys, it's becoming suspicious. Speaking to members of the senior staff, and most in favour of making a run for the flotilla and joining Datan. But I remain cautious. They are doing the right thing, but the Borg are nipping at our heels. Every ship the fleet loses might be the one needed to protect Romulus in its hour of need. But what is left there to protect? Romulan sensors show no Herald Iconian signatures, and there are no references to heralds in the ship's database. The references to Iconians are the historical files, and most refer to Iconians as a myth. There are heightened levels of Borg activity throughout the Beta Quadrant, and multiple colony wars have been assimilated. The Romulan fleets are on high alert, but have not been able to make major inroads against the collective. Huh.
That is the most promising simulation yet. It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
But it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
This is a major alteration to the timeline. We should be cautious.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
But this isn't our reality. We'll be significantly altering everything we know.
The political calculus of the quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
I'll discuss it with them, but I'm not making any promises. And before we go ahead and discuss it with them, I'm going to go and grab myself a drink, so give me about 5-10 minutes. Alright, we are back. Alright, let's just quickly... I don't think I have... Nope. So it's here. Nope, I think we're good. Alright. Let's go and have a chat with Captain Nog.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
We can't move forward without considering the effect on the Republic. Commander Jirok?
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
This impacts the Republic most of all.
The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more. If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
What do you think we should do?
Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to stop us the first time. They won't stop us again.
If the Romulan Republic thinks it's worth the risk, then we should try it. Sir, we've been informed that the Lisette and the Krenin vessel will be traveling with us to the site of the temple incursion. The Krenin vessel has the weapon on board, and the Lisette will provide additional security and manpower if needed. Understood. Anything else? All three vessels will be temporarily shielded to protect from changes in the timeline. As long as that shielding holds, we will be able to observe the changes and even interact with them. But we will not be a part of the new timeline. Captain Knox says the temple shield generators can be damaged. We need to be careful. We can beam up to the Brisk as soon as you're ready. Here we go.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again. Elements? Is that Romulus?
Ruh-roh.
It's completely assimilated.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
No. We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
What happened?
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Stay on the edge of the system. Jirok and I will move in for sensor sweeps. The last thing we need is the Borg assimilating the Krenin's weapon.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it? That is a lot of Borg.
Yeah, it is.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this.
Agreed.
Borg ships decloaking. Red alert.
Great. The Borg have cloaks now. Shields up.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
That's alright. Oh, that's... That's big. Woo!
We need more information before we can fix this. I'll keep the Krenim ship well out of Borg sensor range while you go in and find out what happened. Hurry. More Borg will be arriving soon.
Won't we be affected by the timeline shift once we leave the ship?
I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry. The temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected. If that happens, this will be your new reality.
Understood. We'll get the data. We have the temple shields for the away team, sir. And Claudia says she's concerned about the weapon. We probably only have one more shot before the capacitors burn out. So we need to get this right now and back to a timeline that's not overrun by the Borg. Sensors detecting a mainframe that should have the data we need, or you need. The Lassette will remain to protect the Krenim ship while you and Commander Drop beam down to gather information. Oh, I'm taking my entire away team with me. That's a good thing.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix this.
We'll find the data.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Talshar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again.
I'll do what I can to help, Commander.
The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads. The whole planet. All our people. They're Borg.
Oh. Overriding background.
I can't believe we were so wrong.
That we were. Adapted. Where's my Borg freaking...
Cover me! I'll override the door controls.
Where's my remodulator? There it is. Oh! Why are you standing right there?
Got it.
Ah, just in the nick of time.
We have to find a way to make this right.
That's the general plan. Oh, hey, who wants to go in a stasis bubble?
Resistance is futile.
Nope.
There. That's the access node console we need.
Go in.
Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
Wow, they died very quick.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
Yep. Circumventing.
You will be assimilated.
No. No, we won't. No. Oh, hey, you...
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us.
Guess not.
Akiv?
You will become one with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
He looks a bit different. Secundus of Borg. That worked. Input query. Open temporal records. 1812 gamma. Break down records by year and provide a summary events for Romulan system only. Display results of all this entries first. Romulan system added to the collective. Unimatrix established in orbit of Romulus. All adjuncts in matrix residential matrices.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
All we can do now is try and restore the previous timeline. Maybe this will help. There are Borg ships on approach. You need to get out of there, sir. Oh, we're out of there.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
Understood.
More Borg on the way. Borg decloaking.
Here they come. Resist this.
Transfer the data! Hurry! We're under attack! Wait!
Knock?
We're losing power! Send the data now before we lose temporal shielding!
Sending the data now.
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved. Data is compressed and ready. Secure channel confirmed.
My immunity matrix. Fuck it.
I'm running the numbers now. Target the Borg transwarp network. The Borg may never be able to reach Romulus.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline. There is no time to run simulations.
Do we have a choice?
We do not.
Escape and fly to the Kiana system.
Targeting the transwarp network.
Fire the weapon! Now!
The Borg are gone. But so is Romulus.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking. No. The Tutarians. They're gone.
What? How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. In this timeline, they failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks. I love...
It's been a Captain. Captain Narc, Commander Jork, and Colonel researchers are waiting for you in the conference room to go over their findings. I'll meet them there. Alright, off to the conference room again.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
How different is the world now?
We won't be sure until we finish analyzing the data, but the Krenim weapon was used twice. I remember being on the bridge of the Krenim ship and seeing a readout with a far lower power reserve than had just been there a moment before. I'm sure you had a similar situation.
I did.
As to the greater differences, we'll know more soon. I only hope the ripples from what we did today don't start a tsunami.
Agreed.
We've found a
What was in the
we
core?
haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
I imagine that would be strange.
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
Good working with you too, Captain.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere. I still feel this is the best technology available to us.
Try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more.
I hope you find something. We can't afford another incident like that.
It has been good to have you here, but we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
Yep, goodbye.
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations, as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
We'll discover what happened and move on from there. That's all we can do. Sir, I'm concerned about using time travel to solve the Iconian situation, but it is one of the only options that we have that they don't. I hope whatever the Alliance decides to do, we don't end up in a worse situation than we're already in. Are you ready to transport back to the Brisk now? Yes, I am. Hail, Captain Cogran.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Krenim weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless, and while our options are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Temporal disentanglement. Ooh. Alright, let's see what I've bought. You know what? Sounds like I like the look of that. We'll go with that because it goes with a transphasic torpedo launcher and a chronotons and a wow! I've just got like loads of stuff. Pretty fucking sweet. I'm very happy. Alright, what else we got in here? Go minute. What we got here? Ooh. This is tactical. Alright, let's have a look. High yield beams. Let's do it. Emit unstable warp bubble. Sweet! Alright. Alright. Looking good. I'm very happy. See, that's boarding party 1, was it? Alright, I think we're looking good. Let's have that one. And that one. There! Alright. I think we're looking... Actually, now I'm going to save it to that. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Oh. That's our flight speed. Let's do that. I think we're looking nice, actually. We're looking very good. Well, I think we are. Alright, what's the time? Ah, sorry, we've only got one, the last one. Let's do it. I think it's the last one. Let me just double check, make sure. Have I done all those? Yes. Right, let's just see if I can freed up any of my guys. Nope, I haven't. Damn it. Alright, let's just go from there. Oop, confiscate that. Let's go down to the bottom. Settle our colonists. Do a bit of medical stuff. I think we've got 20. Perfect. Now open slots. Check Admiralty, looking good. Alright, let's just check. It is the last one.
One way or another, the war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
Decline a second because... What am I looking at here? Oh, here we go. Right. Here we go.
One way or another.
Begin midnight. Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba bum. Ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba bum. Ba bum ba bum bum.
You are cleared for docking.
Oh, ta very much. Current temple facing to Jamaica is one of the few safe rallying points for remains of the Alliance fleet. Captain, I hope I'm not being out of line. I'm looking forward to paying back the Iconians for all the ships and friends that are missing from this muster. I miss them too, but right now I need to check in with some of the other captains about our wounds.
The High Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered. Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Fortescue will fight until she can fight no more, as will I. If this is to be our end, then I will meet it with blade in hand and blood in my teeth. I can ask for no greater honor than to fight beside an ally who has shown this courage time and again.
Kapla, Captain Corran.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop and it feels like we're barely making a dent. Command says we're preparing for our last chance. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I can't see a way to defeat the Iconians in a straight military battle. Whatever happens, just remember that you'll always have the Enterprise at your side.
Thank you, Captain Sean.
All these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless. You know what we have been through. This bitter taste, this grief that washes over me, cannot be the last thing that I feel. We will rise again from this. We must.
Jolan true, Commander Jarak. It's grim, sir. Most people are trying to stay hopeful, but we've all lost so much in this war. Pressure is just wearing everyone down. We should go to the briefing. Maybe Captain Kagran has some good news.
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy. We have been forced to our last resort. The Krinim time ship has been modified, and we can use it to generate a portal to send us back to the ancient time of Iconia. Once there, we must prevent any Iconians from escaping the destruction of their home world. If necessary, we must kill the remaining Iconians ourselves.
Our time travel experiments have all failed so far.
We presumably failed a temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly. My team and I have been working on an alternative method that will actually send someone back in time to the past, where they can directly affect the timeline and help to guide it along the desired path. We've been running some basic scenarios that leave us quite hopeful that we can aid in the original attacks on ancient Iconia, to ensure there are no survivors for us to deal with in the present.
This seems like an exceedingly risky plan, and even if it works, we will be engaging in genocide.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy. If we do not stop them now, there is no guarantee that this plan will work. But if we do not try, we we will certainly lose everything. Our long-range sensors have detected signs of transit from the Iconian spheres. The Iconians must be preparing their heralds for another large-scale invasion. We are gathering our remaining forces to make our stand.
Alright.
The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol system. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past. We've identified that the Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noy's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight and every other until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
You talk of honor and duty and freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail. We can try to live up to these ideals when we survive.
I guess we're going for it. Yeah. Very uncomfortable with this plan.
You are cleared for departure. Good luck.
Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba bum ba bum ba bum ba da bum da da do da 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 bum. All right. Here goes nothing. The Iconians have begun their attack. Incoming hail from Captain Cogran. Put it on screen.
I've gotten word from Noy. They've completed their modifications, and the Krenim time ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Krenim ship to arrive and generate a portal. Once the portal is open, we will go back in time to ancient Iconia and try to change history. But first, we must survive long enough to do so.
Where can we shore up defenses?
Enterprise here. We've intercepted a group of heralds. Can you give us a hand with them?
Acknowledged, Enterprise. On our way.
This is the USS Our attack is taking heavy losses.
Our RW is ready to respond to your call.
Oh, I'm in the middle. Uh-oh. Fire everything we've got. Boom! Yeah. Oh, look at the Dallas getting stuck in. Oh, they got no shields left. Got the fire at him. Graviton pulse, not so much. Oh, that'll do.
Hold the line. Help get those ships back into the fight.
I think the Defiant could use some help, sir. By the shipyards. Oh, that looks heavily damaged. Good, you do that. I'm going to do that. Boronite laced weaponry. That sounds like a good plan. Oh my word, look at it get wrecked! Oh, I destroyed 2 Herald ships. Go me. I guess that's me.
Akagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact.
Yeah, gantries intact.
99th Attack Wing into battle now.
This is ESD control. We're losing life support and transporters are offline.
Earth Space Dock has lost main power. We're evacuating the crew.
Hello. Captain, the Heralds are maneuvering to attack the Alliant fleet's exposed flank. We need to move quickly to set them before they can disrupt our battle lines. Getting slaughtered. Who's next? Oh, my proton turret's doing a good job. Hey. Who are you?
I
Oh.
told you I'd be back. And this time, I brought friends.
Uh-oh.
We've brought together forces from every quadrant of the galaxy. The Iconians have done the impossible. They've united us.
I hope you're happy to see me. It doesn't look like things have been going too well so far. I left because I needed to find allies for this war. Ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are quite eager to protect their stake in this galaxy.
Your timing is, as always, impeccable.
The Herald ships are regrouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anarax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war before it starts.
That's our only option.
Our situation is desperate. If we fail here, Earth will fall, and Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
This is our last chance then. I'll see you in the past.
I'm arriving with the time ship. I must protect it until the portal is stable.
Good. Everyone gets stuck in. Wrecked Carousel!
That's it! The portal is active and stable. Enter it now!
Join him!
Energizing temporal emitters. The time portal is open and stable.
Go! Get through that portal!
Setting the course now.
The Heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
More gateways! An Iconian flagship is moving in!
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
Rather deep quote. I'm gonna have to look up the history of that. I think it's something to do with theirs is not to do or die.
Evaluating astrometrics.
no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue
Charge of the Light
mission
Brigade.
without him.
Captain, we've done some preliminary scans of our temple location. Noi has put us exactly where and when we need to be. On Iconia, about 2 hours ahead of the time we have for the attack on this world.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Let's see what we can learn about these people in the time we have.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matararen, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take a moment.
By all means.
Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
Lead the way.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls.
Agreed. Can't allow any of their technology to escape.
You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
Listen politely.
Thank you, Mataran. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran?
Yes, we were separated from Cogran on our journey here.
Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton-charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous reading.
Yes, we did pass through that nebula. Is there anything else we need to know?
Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemiran. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
Where are the rest of your people?
Our relations with the other species of this region have been contentious for some time. They covet our culture and our technology and refuse to accept their proper place in the Order. Now they are threatening to attack. As a precaution, many of our people have departed through the gateways to our colony worlds. Once the others have seen the errors of their ways and accepted our rule, my people can return. Do you have other questions?
No, that's all for now. Talk to Lemiran. That'll be you.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then.
I will be back. Thank you.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
Cagran!
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that disrupted synchronization. I arrived 2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles to help conceal its presence.
What have you found?
The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser.
Give me a sec, guys.
They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
Gotta love putting my doggy to bed. He's a sweet boy. Alright, we have a lot to see, Cagran.
Cagran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We'll need to watch him closely.
You're both a problem. I make my own choices.
Clearly, the Iconians have a highly developed sense of the aesthetic.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to...
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. We should talk to that officer over there.
Iconian security officer.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm.
Then let me watch the console for you. The mirror says she needs to see you right away.
I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing other duties. And if Elmiran sent you, very well. Thank you, Traveler. I will not be long.
Shouldn't keep her waiting, Bertrand. Let's go ask.
Do you need something?
Yes, my friend and I were just having a debate. How many possible exotic spheres are there in a 7-dimensional space?
Oh, there are 28 possible exotic spheres. Any Iconian knows that.
That's what I thought. Thank you very much.
May I help you?
Yes, my friend and I was having a debate. Given a population of diploid organisms that mates randomly, that has 9% of the population homogeneous recessive for a trait, what is the percent that are heterozygous for that trait?
Oh, well, that's a very unusual debate, but if I remember my basic genetic engineering, for the occurrence of each of the alleles P and Q, the next generation would be P plus Q squared. So P squared plus 2PQ plus Q squared equals 1. If I have my math right, it would be 42%.
Ha! I was right. Thank you. So 28 and 42. Wait, where'd the console go? Oh, there it is. Access good for Ichabod. Ichabod made a secret that they cover our gateway technology. Unfortunately, they are a warlike species. Soon after they developed rudimentary warp drive technology, they used it to attack and enslave several inhabited worlds. Ichabod also made several attempts to covertly access our consoles and steal our technology. Although officially we are not at war, we should be cautious with the Ichabod. Access to gateways is strictly off limits for the Ichabod, and Herald will be assigned to monitor all movements of Ichabod represented in areas near gateway access points. Donasians have repeated requests for medical technology. Our analysis for their biomedical ethics have indicated their primitive level development. They have an 84.6% chance of doing themselves harm with genetic engineering and 74.2% chance of using it for biological warfare. Although thus far their dealings with us have been honourable, a plague on their world has increased the demands for our gene manipulators. Our recommendation is to continue to supply the Donasians with medical supplies and antigens, but to withhold other medical technology.
It is just as I surmised. The Iconians are following their own version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
What do you think, Sealer?
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
Agreed. Let's find out.
We will gladly give you the medicines you require, but our genetic engineering technology is off limits.
The medicine will help with this plague, but what about the next one? We need the ability to take care of ourselves, but you won't give us the means to do so.
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology. There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Falkar. Yes? May I help you?
Technology belongs to those who either create it or take it by force. I've never understood the need to protect people who are perfectly capable of knowing what they want.
Yes, I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
I'll leave you to it then.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the gateways, but just imagine what we could do with it.
Oh, I have. You can move an army in the blink of an eye. Think about what would happen if all these heralds just showed up on your planet. Oh, they'd take over in a day. I'm still trying to acquire some of their data. Have you had any luck yet?
Nothing yet. Despite all their openness and hospitality, the Iconians have everything on lockdown. I can't even get near the building where they keep the world heart without some herald stopping me. If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
Maybe if they shared their gifts, they wouldn't be preparing for the arrival of an enemy armada.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians have their reasons for withholding technology. I don't care, and neither do their enemies. We know the bombardment is imminent. This world will be obliterated, no matter how much you sympathize with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
You don't see any echoes of yourself in these people, Sealer? Let's go to the residential area. Let's go up this one.
Someone's calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
Hello. Can you help us? My herald is injured, and I cannot leave him. I need someone to bring us some healing supplies.
Tell me about the heralds.
Heralds are also native to this planet. They were not as evolved as we are, so we enhanced them. The heralds are our companions and our helpers. They are our hands and our eyes, and they are our children. It is rare for my species to reproduce. In fact, it has been more than a century since a new Iconian was born on this world. Perhaps we are evolving beyond the need for such things. We will endure here, and our heralds will spread our word throughout the stars.
I understand. I will help your herald.
Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
I will find them. Healer, hello. Hello, healer. Okay, healer. You're a herald.
Do you require assistance, visitor?
Are you a healer? We are in need of medical assistance.
Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or maladies in your physical form. What do you require?
It's not for me. It's one of Lavar's heralds is injured.
Oh, of course. It is our duty and privilege to care for our heralds. I will follow you to the patient.
We'll see who the lesser race is.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, traveler. I appreciate your assistance.
What do you think of the Iconians?
How do you feel about your creator? The Iconians are parent, teacher, master, friend. They are our rulers and our gods, and I am grateful for their guidance. They give purpose and structure to our lives. We would not exist without them.
How do they treat you?
Exceedingly well. We do what manual labor needs to be done, as well as other tasks. And in return, the Iconians give me all I could need or want. I know it might sound like enforced servitude to you, but I don't see it that way. The Iconians are our beginning and our end. I am nothing without my mistress, and serving her is my greatest joy.
That's all for now.
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
Remain silent.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission.
Indeed.
I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
It's my job to help people in need. The circumstances are irrelevant. It's not the right time. We have to make sure that nobody escapes. Alright. Turn to the plaza. Sir, we are detecting an armada of ships on long-range sensors, multiple configurations. Avoid detection at all costs.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
Brisk, take up polar orbit above the planet.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels. All of my heralds are currently working on the evacuation. Would you be willing to help me?
I'll do what I can to assist you.
Curious. Our communications should be reaching the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. Something terrible must have happened. We were not concerned about the lesser races. Not at first. They were like children who wanted things they could not understand. It was our duty to protect them, to guide them. In time, when they were ready, we would have shared all of our gifts.
What will you do now?
I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then I am sorry. Please excuse me. I must speak to our leaders.
Even the mightiest can fall to the multitude.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about our world?
Who is attacking you?
We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys, but we have found no people equal to our own. Some of the others resent the blessings our people enjoy. They seek to take that which we will not give.
Why did you deny them access?
Our policy is not to share our technology with species who are not sufficiently advanced to use our gifts wisely. When a society encounters advanced technology, before they are ready, they often don't have the cultural or social development to handle it appropriately.
That might be true.
This leads to war, genocide, and many other ills. We would protect the younger species from those tragedies. Our people believe, also, that each species has a unique destiny. To disrupt their path toward that destiny is wrong. All of the others must develop in their own time.
What is your response?
While we are an extremely advanced world, we are not, in general, a militant one. Tiket will coordinate the defense, but I remain hopeful that we can reach a peaceful solution before blood is shed. Matara speaks for us, and she is quite a gifted diplomat.
Sounds good.
If all else fails, there are places known only to us and those who serve us. Our gateways can take us to these refuges to recover and rebuild.
That's all for now. Whoa!
The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the World Heart and escape. Will you help us?
Yes, I will help you.
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people, walked their streets, shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive.
So you're saying we should help them, even knowing what they will do?
You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded murder.
I don't know what to think. What's your opinion, Sealer?
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do. The Iconians will destroy my homeworld. They will bomb the Archive in the Lena system and exterminate the Preservers. They will incite the Undine to destroy Keswick 4. They will attack our homeworlds, kill those we love, and threaten our very existence.
That's in the future. We're here now.
And that changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy or enslave the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves.
Oh, hello. Oh! Game's froze. Ruh-roh! Bugger. Oh, here we go. How much more of this have I got to do? How far back has it put me? Loading Iconia.
The attack is beginning.
Ah, there we go.
Decide how you have walked the same.
I don't know what to think. What's your opinion? That's the future.
That changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy or enslave the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves.
Is it even possible to kill them? Won't that create some kind of paradox?
You think I don't understand paradoxes? My mother came from an alternate timeline. I was born from a paradox. The universe will right itself. It always does. Besides, will the future we create here be any worse than the present waiting for us?
I don't know. That's the problem. We can't know.
The World Heart contains all of our knowledge and all our genetic data. With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at...
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
We need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I'll need your help to initiate the download from that console.
Downloading.
The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us.
I'm guessing you're an invader. Have an agony field. Wow! Okay. That... Ooh, ow.
Now we need to release the magnetic interlocks holding the core. I need you at the other console.
Oh, there's my character. There he goes. I'm here.
More invaders. They must not take the World Heart.
No!
Memory banks. I will require your assistance.
I'm coming! Running. Sorry. Getting a bit loud again. Oopsies.
More aliens are coming. Protect me.
Ow.
Erased. The last step is to eject the World Heart.
Now, let's release the heart. Woo. Where are you? Oh, hey, there you are.
I fear that was just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our heralds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides.
Yeah, it would.
I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask for your assistance. But would you help us evacuate the city?
Of course.
Blessings of the whole upon you. We must gather as many of our people as possible and escort them to the gateway platform. Once we are there, I will open the path to our refuge. Many of our people already left for Colony Worlds, but we have lost contact with them. I fear the worst.
What should be first?
I recommend we locate Ticket. She is our protector, and there are none who know the ways of our enemy as well as she.
Follow me.
Tiket is a fearsome warrior and has kept our people safe for countless millennia until today.
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
Your people are dying to Ket. They need you.
My people are weak. They have neglected the ways of battle in favor of science and art. They are philosophers. I do not wish for them to die, but they could have chosen the path of strength. I will die to defend them. I do not know if I can save them.
Your people are stronger than you give them credit for.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
There is no honor in throwing your life away.
Honor? Why should I care about honor when Iconian blood is being spilled on sacred ground? What honor have our enemies shown? They attack a peaceful world. Honor is meaningless.
She who has lost honor can lose nothing more.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but
If you
I
die
cannot
here,
come
who will
with
claim
you.
vengeance for the
I
fall?
will. Your words have merit. If we go to the refuge, we can rebuild. There, we can plan our vengeance. No one will ever threaten us again.
Think about your people to Ket, not your revenge.
She is a fool. She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful weapon.
It is a powerful weapon. Zava's still unconscious. Whoops.
We will never forget this tragic day.
Oh, see, they're still here.
Thank you. You have shown exceptional kindness and valor in this trying time. I will miss my home. Iconia is precious to us, but as long as the whole survives, we can use the world heart to rebuild.
Go to the gateway platform, we'll meet you there. Alright, so going up this way. I would love to. Thank you.
These are not a warlike people.
Not yet. That will change.
Bloodshed affects everyone differently. My people became warriors when an alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians will become conquerors.
Go to safety. We will cover you. Oh, Zava's still unconscious somewhere. Hey guys. Go.
Now I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
I will not kill defenseless innocents. Going. Ah, going this way. I mean, my inventory is full. Oh, yeah, it is. Whoopsies. Alright, discard, keep that. So get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Shields up here, which I don't need. I don't want. Here we go. These. That'll do for now. Alright, let's go.
Initialize the gateway opening sequence.
Yeah, let's do that. Hang on.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are they?
They may already be here.
Oh, are we the others?
We're losing ground!
We can't hold them off or...
That's it. Send them through.
No! This isn't our mission!
Oh, Sealer.
You took everything from me!
The world heart.
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. That crystal contains our civilization.
Sealer, stop! We are better than this!
I will remember this, Romulan. I will extinguish your people in payment for your treachery.
all played out this way before. I am the cause for Hobus.
Yeah, you are. You can't change time.
I know what you are going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored.
Can't you see your act caused the destruction of Romulus? We sent 12 Iconians to Doa 3. We are the others.
That can't... Taket! What have I done?
Did you have a choice? Petitionary paradox theory would say this event had to happen, and this is the reason you're here. You've always been out for yourself, and I see the result of your selfishness.
The Iconians have fled to Dewa 3, and the Gateway's console has been destroyed, so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded.
Honor.
We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
This isn't going to be easy to explain, but we need to return. I'm just going to stand there and sway.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing! Hurry!
On our way in and immediately back out.
Captain Cogran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down.
Stand down.
You have the world heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians, show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance to end this war.
Got it.
Do you wish to surrender? A wise decision.
No, Lemurian. We have just returned from the past. Your past. And we have the world heart to prove it.
How did you acquire that?
We saved it. We were there when Iconium was lost.
That is not possible. But yet, I see the world heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Wait. Uh-oh. What have we done? Whoa. Conflict must end, and this wound must be healed. This war should never have happened.
Hate blinded us. Fear of the unknown crippled us. Pain called out for blood in ever greater measures. The events of that day set us on this path. It grieves me to see where it has led. After we escaped to Daywalk 3, protecting ourselves became our sole purpose. We transformed ourselves, our whole, even our heralds, to prevent another tragedy. And we vowed never to trust again.
You trusted me once.
I did, and it saved us. But we believed the other lost to us. And you were lost to time. And we preserved the whole by any means necessary.
You say you wanted to protect yourselves. In doing so, you destroyed countless lives.
Indeed. We protected the whole against the lesser species who would destroy us if given a chance. Who would steal what we would not give freely. And we did not mourn the deaths of those who were not a part of our unity. And then we faced you, a foe who would not yield, who subverted time itself in an attempt to destroy us. But instead, you showed compassion, even though you knew what would happen to your people if we survived. You helped us, because that is who you are.
Starfleet's mission is to explore, not destroy. Like you, we were defending ourselves.
I am humbled in the face of such integrity. I shall be forever grateful to you for showing us the error of our ways.
Enough blood has been spilt. Let us end this war.
I will not accept this. Whatever these creatures did in the past is meaningless. They killed our system. They broke our unity. And for that, I will destroy them.
Have you forgotten what we did for your people? For you?
I will never forget what you have done, or what that creator, known as Xena, did. There will never be enough blood to wash away my need for vengeance.
Celia was grieving the loss of her homeworld, a homeworld you destroyed. You have already exacted revenge.
A single world. I can destroy 1,000,000 worlds, and it will not be enough. Your existence is an insult to the memory of our people. I will continue my fight, even if I must fight alone.
Taket, please listen.
She will not listen. Taket has always been very stubborn. In a few thousand years, perhaps, her attitudes will change. Until then, be wary. Taket is a formidable opponent, and I will not take up arms against her, even in defense of the other. But with those of us who remain, you shall have peace. We ask only for our home world. Leave Iconia and our servants undisturbed, and we will trouble you no longer.
That sounds fair. We will have to ratify this treaty with the Alliance.
I understand, but our terms are not negotiable. We need time to breathe and contemplate. Perhaps in a millennia or two, it will be different.
Very well. Farewell. Gotta sort my... We did it. Harry!
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet. Honor and selflessness have been almost forgotten over the past few years. That needs to change. It's time to act like Starfleet officers again.
Now we need to rebuild.
We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the Borg and the Dominion. We can survive this.
I agree, Captain. Nog.
There's a lot of work to be done now. We need to rebuild, recover, try to learn how to live in this new reality. But with people like you on our side, I know we can do it.
We'll succeed if we all work together. Oh yeah, it's a new reality, isn't it?
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do. Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain. See that?
I don't know what to say. I thought I was protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions. Today has made me wonder if there's another way. If I can be better than I am.
It's never too late. Cagrin?
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is more to being a warrior than vengeance and death. True honor comes from doing what is right, despite the personal cost. The Iconians will depart, and we will rebuild. Mercy has triumphed where weapons could not. Now I will try to find a way to share this wisdom with my people. Many warriors have fallen in this war. Those of us who remain must walk the path of honor.
It was your courage that showed me the way, Cagrin.
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock and restore the lives that were lost and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make.
Yeah, no.
I would be honored to fight by your side again.
Okay.
Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
Indeed. Ooh. Oh, nanite repair matrix. Oh my word. Yes, please. Oh. We did it. Alright. Do that in order. That'll be the next one when I play this next. Thank you very much, everybody. Everyone tuning in. I thought I was going really quiet. I've just sort of realised it's like 10 past 11 at night and everybody's trying to sleep. Except me. But I should never go to sleep. I'll be back on DLive Wednesday, 6 o'clock, World of Hardcore, then 8 o'clock Hard Dance Hunt Day Show. Next game will be Thursday. It will probably be Control. I'm going to do a blog I'll try and do a vlog tomorrow just explaining what's going on with my streaming and other bits and pieces. So, anyway, I'll sort that out. I'll see you guys Wednesday, if not before. Love you all. Take care, guys. Bye bye.